What's up with Mrs. Norris and Crookshanks?
Did Dumbledore even know Hermione and Ron?
What did Crabbe and Goyle do in their free time? Welcome to the Pottership Podcast,
where we chat about the beloved Potter characters and their relationships.
We dissect,
speculate,
and outright laugh our way through headcanons.
So, all aboard! Hey everybody, it's Mel, mother to Candace and Butterbeer, owner of Wands, Happy Puff, and very happy person who lived through a live episode.
Oh my God.
You live to tell the tale, right? Well, hi, it's TC, your resident Ravenclaw, mother to little Lupin and baby Padfoot, and little Lupin is not so little anymore. And also a survivor of the live podcast.
I'm a survivor. Yeah.
Survivor seems intense. We had some great. Hi, it's Sam. And I have a big one, but as we all know now, not nearly the biggest because people keep coming on and just, wand shaming me. So that's fine. But we had amazing support. It was so much fun. It did not feel like our first time. I mean, it sort of did, but you know what I mean. It went so well.
And people were watching, which
oh my God.
I didn't think we would have anybody actually watching, but thank you again to those who did.
I'd also like to just point out that Bridgerton just premiered. Okay, go back to your regular scheduled program.
Girl, no, you can't just drop that in.
I was going to say, really? You just dropped that? That's a whole different topic. I'm just going to go buy a carriage. I'll be right back.
Yeah, right?
Back
if
to
you
today.
Don't know yet, you will.
Today.
Yeah. Yep. Of course.
All right. So I am going to remember real quick to mention that this is an adult podcast. It is designed for adult wizards. So we have, wow, I got all thrown off there. If you require your parents' permission to listen to things such as adult language, talking about alcohol, spoilers about the show, or any kind of curse words, then maybe come back when you are older.
That was well done.
Love it.
To get it up front. I like that.
I thought about it for the
question this week.
I did. Oh, I do. And you're gonna laugh because I was like, do we do cannonballs or questions first? I have forgotten how to do a recorded podcast because I am now all about like how live goes.
We only know how to do it live now. Sorry.
Okay. Sorry. I will be honest, a peek behind the curtain. I just wrote this show host question right before we recorded, so I have not thought of an answer at all yet either. The question is, if your favorite Harry Potter character was a perfume or cologne designer, what would their cologne be called? What is the primary scent and why?
Okay, so Minerva made a cologne and I need to figure out the title of the cologne and the main scent because she made a cologne, not a perfume. She's not a perfume chick. She made a cologne.
And why she did.
Or an eau de cologne, or her two versions. It's got oaky, natural undertone, and it's called a snifter of brandy.
Oh my gosh.
I love that.
I don't know where that came from. It just came out. I like it.
Sounds amazing.
I like it a lot.
My cologne is going to be by Fred, of course. It is not a Weasley Wizard Wheezes product, but isn't it? Because it's advertised as smelling like roses and sugar cookies, and when you actually use it, it smells like the worst fart that you have ever smelled.
Wow. So Okay. So totally a Weasley Wizard Wheezes product.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And
Do you guys have any other questions or?
no, no,
No,
no. I got
no.
it, and I'm not buying it. There we go.
Wow. So Ron's perfume, because he's going to make perfume for a lady,
Oh,
and it has a base note of honeysuckle and parchment.
I thought you were gonna say lavender. Sorry. Go ahead. You were saying.
Ironically, my Ron is older Ron, and he would not use lavender ever.
oh man, gotta have a touch of lavender. What do you mean?
Oh
God.
my. No, honeysuckle and parchment. And he made it originally with a friend of his as a gift for Hermione for Christmas. And the person who he hired to help him make it said it was really, really good and could go mainstream. And so they started marketing it.
And what was it called?
Oh, what's it called? Bookworm.
I like it.
You,
I like it, and I think that is absolutely so totally wrong.
yeah.
He also had nothing to do with the creation of it, except he told them it had to smell like paper.
Pretty
Yep.
much, yes.
And
Paper and
peppermint
some kind of
toothpaste,
flour
or
is
whatever
what he went
said.
with.
Fresh cut grass and peppermint toothpaste.
And couldn't have any lavender in it whatsoever. Got
And
it.
no lavender whatsoever.
So since we were thrown off, I'm going to ask, do we have a cannonball?
We do. So a couple episodes back, we asked a show host question about a magical royal house. And Juliana wrote, and what she said she thought would be the name of the royal house, which I thought was a great one.
Yay!
So it
We
is,
love her.
Juliana.
yeah, we do. She's just awesome. Love her. Anyway, she said the House of the Cloak and Wand.
Ooh,
I like that.
I really like that.
And it would
I
be
like
a good
that a
Netflix
lot.
special.
Say
Yeah,
that again, Mel.
I said, and
It
it would
does.
be a good Netflix special.
It would be a good Netflix special. Or if we wanted to make it violent, it would be a great HBO Max TV show.
gotta have that sex position in there.
Well, it's Harry Potter, so it is kind of violent anyway.
Could be. It could be more romantic like Bridgerton, and then it's more sexy, magical.
Sure.
This has a lot of legs. Go Juliana. Great title.
That's amazing. On a completely different note, I have no segue for this. I'm so sorry because we're talking about love and perfumes and cannonballs and the wizarding world, and we are going to talk about one of the most complicated and one of the darkest wizards whose relationship definitely changed Harry's world and the wizarding world. We're talking about Snape and Baldy. Yay!
Yay? Question
mark. I think Snape and Riddle, we'll call them Sniddle.
Love it.
Is such a interesting relationship, and because we know them, I didn't do the whole history of them. We've done them before, but I did write down 3 questions that I want to make sure we address. So,
okay.
What do you think they have? What are the things you think they have in common? In what ways are they very, very different? And they have a master-servant relationship, but who is the master and why?
Oh, okay. Listen.
So those are my 3 questions.
I want to throw out one thing before we move forward. I think that is a very specific relationship, and I would like to point to something that we were talking about prior to taping, which is Downton Abbey. And Carson is technically a servant, but
Mhm.
is he this man? It like in My
That's
Big
what
Fat
I'm
Greek
saying.
Wedding where she's like, ah, yes, the man is the head of the house, but the woman is the neck. Like Carson is the fucking neck of the house, and so is Snape, and
And
he turns Voldemort wherever he chooses.
I think that part of our discussion is going to be very interesting, but I will say in general, yes.
Yes, I would agree. Honestly, and I was going to
Yeah.
say something from the top of the episode. If you've listened to our episodes before, you know that I am not what we call in the fandom a Snape apologist.
No, not even a little bit.
I'm not even a little bit, but I will say, when thinking about the Snape Riddle relationship, I do have a lot more respect and compassion for Snape than in any other context. So I may be uncharacteristically Snape friendly this evening.
Okay, this
You know what? I think it's funny that it takes us going to his relationship with Voldemort for you to be like, he's all right, I guess.
I
because
wouldn't go that far. I'm just kidding.
Okay.
you realize I had to say Sniddle and not the other way because the other way is
Tape.
is rape.
Oh, oh, oh.
Yeah,
Oh, I
that's why I
went
went
with
with Sniddle.
Tom. So I went to tape.
Okay, tape would have worked too, but wow. Okay.
Oh, wait. I got a better one. Vape. Voldemort and Snape. Vape.
Babe, amazing,
I like
amazing, stunning, keeping it.
sticking with Sniddle because it's so much more fun. Okay, so what do they have in common? The things that I thought of, just very broad, like spoiler alert,
If
both
we didn't.
had very poor upbringings by people who truly showed no care whether they lived or died. That's first. TC, why are you looking at me like that?
Well, I think Snape's mom
Explain your face.
cared if he lived or died.
She didn't raise him. Oh,
Snape's
Snape's
mother.
mom. No, Snape's mom. I mean, yeah, I'm sure she cared in the grand scheme, but considering all the power she had to protect that boy, and she didn't do it.
Yeah.
No way you
No,
can say
fair.
right. So that was the first one. The second is being raised in poverty, which muggle or magical, it leaves its own impression of things on you.
Yeah.
And then third, not having love as a under 20 person in really any way, shape, or form shapes you very differently as well.
Yes,
So
absolutely.
that's what I think are the basic things they had in common, besides the desire for power. Their reason for wanting power was very different, but they both wanted power. So those are the
Yeah.
ones I came up with. What other things do you think they might have they had in common?
Well, I'm gonna add to that, um, add to the power thing before I move forward. They both wanted power, and the thing they had in common about their desire for power is that they both never wanted to feel powerless again.
Yeah.
So in that sense, there is a similarity to their motivations. Um, the other thing I think they have in common is that Hogwarts was an oasis for them. They are part of the infamous Lost Boys of Hogwarts. um,
I like that.
yeah,
I do too.
I didn't invent it, but yes, I love it. Um, and so the magical world, Hogwarts specifically, but the magical world in general, meant more to them at their core than it would your average student.